riding, beach combing, amateur radio, reading. Picking berries was a great pastime too, most enjoyable pastime. We used to get some beautiful days out there. Of course, too, we got some very rough weather in the spring and in the winter with high winds and drifting sand. Not much snow. The climate was quite a bit warmer than mainland Nova Scotia, probably about 10 degrees on the average. Cooler in summer and warmer in winter. There's Bill Linehan, one of the boys on staff at the radio station. A fellow named Gidney, who was from the Marine Department. He more or less was a supervisor for marine construction. It looks like they're revamping one of the old Quonset huts here and putting some new aluminum cover over it. There's Margie with the old pussycat. Margie, her mother's got a pretty blue bow in her hair. Well, there's the whole family. Those were happy days. Those were very happy, beautiful days. We often wish we could bring them all back, but who doesn't, I guess, through life. Yeah, Margie had hurt her arm. I forget, if Margie was here, she'd say, I think she burnt it on something. I don't think that's Tom. He looks too well proportioned for Tom. Now, here's some stable horses. Yeah, looks like I'm giving them a little treat there. Oh boy, look at the seesaw. Mary and Joni. There's the Edward Cornwallis. I guess we're on our way off the island. I think this is the time it came to depart. No, they're still landing supplies, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, here's a little visitor came on the island. This was quite an event for the girls, too, because there was no little lads out there. Yeah. On Sable Island. That's the picture there of an old aircraft. The remains of an aircraft that was crashed there during the war years. And we're looking over the South Beach. Looking here over the South Beach. Oh, this is Tom and the family. Sable Island, West Light, 1 mile. I think it said East Light, 15 miles. There's there's one of the operators there, Ron Ketty. He died a few years after at the Halifax, at Shearwater. He was on watch there, and they found him dead one morning. It was, oh golly, I guess she was less than a year there. That must be in the, she was born January the 1st, 1951, so that must be later on. That must be in the, she was born January the 1st, 1951, so that must be later on towards the fall of 51. Here's the team from the main station. And one of the supervisors there of the life-saving crew coming on horseback behind, that's the boys from the life-saving crew. There's Charlie Faulkner there waving his hat, driving the horses. He's the superintendent of the island. There's Claude Faulkner on the horseback there, and then our buggy's coming up in the rear. I don't know who's on that, but oh yes, one of the, there's the it must be headed for East Light. This is going down along the beach, South Beach, by the looks of things. There's the radio dwelling, and a little pond below the house, a couple of wild horses. That's looking over the island. I don't know what direction at the moment. That's just Cornwallis laying off the beach, and see a surfboat on its way out. I guess there must be land supplies. The beach looks quite rough there. Oh, I think this is, oh golly, here we are in the winter time. Must be December boat, I guess, but looks at the snow on the sand there. Goes a load of supplies. Horses can't haul too big a loads over the sand there. It's very hard going. Yes, the breakers are a bit high there, there's always a danger of swamping the boat in those breakers if she happens to go sideways to the breakers. Very, very risky. There's been people hurt, but I don't think there's been ever any lives lost in this respect. Must be radio operators on Sable at the time we were there. Selwyn girls in hour 3 and, hour 3, yeah. Now, Pat Felby looks like he's leaving the island, as well as Eric Peters. He's from the Met station. Looks like they're both being transferred ashore again. There's Superintendent of the island's wife and her mother. They're, I think thought we were getting, I guess tern or one of the wild birds. Yeah, maybe baby tern. There are a lot of terns nested on the island. And the kids would get the eggs and make cakes, mix them up with the sand, make cakes, and spend hours playing with them. Here's the local taxi again. The Lone Ranger up there in the distance. There's Bill Linehan driving the horses. He's one of the boys at the station, one of the radio operators. And Betty Cameron, John Cameron, the charge of the Met station, his wife. Here's some more of the staff boys. They had about 18 people on the life-saving staff, but most of their work was hauling supplies and maintenance of buildings and this sort of thing, because the days of wrecks at this time were mostly over. Yeah, just east of us on the island. They would come out sometimes and bring us magazines and a few supplies. This is an RCAF Canso. Looks like they brought a few boxes out to us by the looks of things here. They didn't come too often, though. Oh, here we are. Baby chicks. I think what happened here, we had some wild duck eggs, and the hen hatched them. And those are not chicks, really. They're wild ducks. See, they have webbed feet. I forget if any of them survived, actually. But anyway, the hen sat on the eggs and raised raised the ducks. I don't know how long they survived. Can't remember. Maybe Margie would. This is the Rose Garden on Sable. This is up the old main station. Beautiful rose garden. The story is that one of the superintendents years ago had a daughter who was paraplegic, and he planted her this rose garden, and she used to go there in her wheelchair and sit for hours. There's the superintendent of the island, Pat Sullivan. There's Linda Sullivan and me and Margie and wild horses. Pat Sullivan and Margie, I guess it is, yeah. And there's Mother and that's Margie, yeah. That's little Margie. There's the bathing beauties. Yeah, it was a great place for swimming. This must be the summer of 1952 on Sable. I presume this is the summer of 1952. The water was very warm there. Of course, lots of sand. This is down in the lagoon. The boys are built a raft and have a diving board there. So they have a great time down there. This is some of the staff men, and I guess it looks like everybody's having a picnic by the appearance there. Yeah, there's tea and goodies, and there's Margie herself. She's the driver today. I guess it's her turn. The horse would go for her, as you can see there, by the beach and the water. Looks like we're having a pretty good time down there. Oh, it was a nice spot. We had lots of good days out there. Some rough ones as well. But on the most part, I think we enjoyed it very much. I had set the camera on automatic, and this is the reason for the antics there, running back. I had put the camera on a tripod and was taking some pictures of everybody. There's Joni and Margie. Looks like Joni has her sock full of sand. There's Mom and Mary and Sharon and Dad, and didn't work out the best. Oh, here we are down at the Met station. Must be outing day. I see Charlie Faulkner, the superintendent of the island, in the background, and looks like we're all going on a picnic down to, this looks like number 3. This was one of the stations that the life-saving crew used to stop in at years ago when there were many wrecks on the island and they were making their patrols. Here's the remnants of another old station along the island somewhere or other. Yeah, looks like we're having a picnic today. Everybody is taking it easy. Must be a holiday by the looks of things. There's the remains of an old wreck. I don't recall the names of these wrecks now, but you probably see them on the map of Sable for sure. Here's the 4-horse team. There's another. This is, I think, a ship that was by the name of the Manhasset. It was fairly intact. It was one of the later wrecks. It only happened a few years prior to us going to the island in 1951. Here again, I must have had the camera on the tripod, and I was doing a lot of running around there. John Cameron there, he's in charge of the Met station. The waves almost got him. Here comes Margie in the background, and somebody with Margie on their shoulders. Looks like one of the staff men. Looks like that we were picking strawberries. Very forlorn spot. As a rule, there was only one person stayed down there and operated looked after the light. A lonely vigil. Yeah, here's East Light again. Boys, oh boys, lots of sand there. Those bars on each end of the island go out for about 18 miles. East Light, there's the sign right over the door. Apparently that was an excursion to East Light. It's about 18 miles from main station. Now it looks like everybody's having fun. There's 2 wild horses in the corral. The boys are amusing themselves riding the wild horses. And Margie and myself, a couple of stable horses. Looks like the boys are having a race there. Oh. Something wrong here. My loop ran out. I'm sure a lot of people. Oh, yes. It looks like this is the relief. The relief coming ashore for the Met station staff. The fellow in charge there and his wife. And I think, too, my relief is there. Oh, it must be almost time to leave the island after 28 months. 28 months. Yeah, there's my relief, Stu Maxner. And his wife holding, I guess it's Margie. Or is it their own? No, their own children, I guess. And there's Ralph Newell and his wife who relieved John Cameron at the Met station. And John is holding their little one. Or is it Margie? Oh, golly, it's hard to tell. Anyway, this is going to be kind of a busy time now for the next while, getting ready to leave. I think the boat has stayed for a week at that time. They were building a new house down at the weather station, and they had landed a lot of supplies. Oh well, we're still enjoying the swimming and frolicking on the beach, so that's very, very nice there this time in the summertime. Very nice. I see the Cornwallis is anchored off there, and the boats are busy, no doubt landing supplies. Oh, this is another real beach party here for sure. they have a balloon there filled with helium all ready to send up a radio sound instrument, which you'll see the release there shortly, and the instrument trailing behind on a cord. That balloon will rise to many thousands of feet, and eventually when the pressure gets light enough, it will break. Sometimes, of course, they are found, they don't break and they survive, and found many things headed for the mainland after 28 months in the graveyard of the Atlantic. It was a nice time. Here we are, I guess, on the ship. You see Sable Island in the background, I guess. On the ship, you see Sable Island in the background, I guess, gradually fading away. We're on our way into Dartmouth. There's John Cameron in the background, the blue shirt on from the weather station. There's Margie and the children, Mary and Sharon and Joni and Margie. And everybody's happy. I guess we're going ashore. Here we are, landed in Dartmouth. They see our friends of Ferguson. Bob Ferguson is there to meet us. Also Evelyn and Sprague and the children. And there's a truck there, probably loading some of our personal belongings. Yeah, there's the marine dock with all the boys on there. Halifax across the way. We must be getting ready to disembark here. Oh dear, here Baker, Herbie and Vida, and also Florence and Eric. And we visit them at their cottage while there, and lots of children around. There's Herbie and Herbie's daughter and Vida sitting down there, and we bought a new car while we were in Liverpool. There we have it now. Our new Chevrolet, 1954 model, I believe. 1954, yeah. That's the 953. That's the year we came off the isle. In July 1953. There's Herbie there, going to enjoy a lunch, and Vida across the way. Here we are on our way to Canso, and we stopped at the Holy Spring Shrine. There's Dad and Mom in the background. I guess we must have been to Canso, and we came up to visit the shrine from there. There's Margie and the children, and I think there's a couple of Pearl's children there too, by the looks of things. Mom and Dad and Margie kneeling down at the shrine. Oh yes, there's Bernie, my brother-in-law, and Bernie's mother, and Bernie's father, Pearl, Sister Pearl. Oh, this is quite a gathering. There's Dad, and his hat's flopping up and down, and Bernie, Katie's father, and his mother there in the purple dress, and my mother with the hat on, Bernie, my brother-in-law, and there are some of their children. Here we are at, we went over to Prince Edward Island for a visit. And this is at V1FX place at East Point, Prince Edward Island. Stu McIntyre and his wife. There's Stu. Haven't talked to Stu for a long time. That's V1FX. That was back in 1953. Holy. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So many years ago. That's 34 years ago. East Point Light radio beacon. It's the lighthouse and dwelling house. And this must be crossing on the ferry, I guess. So here we are driving along some of the roads in Prince Edward Island. They had a unique practice over there of having signs up, so many killed here, and go along in other ways, and so many killed here. They'd have these big signs, I guess, to remind people just to be careful. But this is, I believe this is September, early October, 1953, after coming off of Sable Island. See, the trees are changing color, so I suspect it's October. Driving along here, we must be bound for East Point. V1 PB, Peter Baker, myself, in those days. I believe at Harrison Point, yes. We're at Harrison Point now, and we're just backing away from the driveway, probably headed for the city, Margie and me. Yes, this is going in through Eastern Passage, Southeast Passage, along the shore. And there's the Halifax-Dartmouth Bridge. This is the McDonald Bridge. And I think we were headed for a ham fest at Hubbard's. Not too far from Chester. Just driving along here. Beautiful summer's day. This is back in 1954. The summer of 1954. Have quite a gathering here at Hubbard's of all the amateurs throughout Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. And that's a dog. He does jump very well, black dog. That's one of the Ham's dogs. I kind of forget who these people are. I might recognize some of them a long time ago. There's Leo Doucette, and there's V1FR from Sydney. He's dead quite a few years ago. And who is that fellow there, Margie? There's Bernie Bonner. He lives in Yarmouth now. And Max Ross is there. He lives in Truro. And see Cy Smith. He's long gone. And some more there. Take a while. There's Wally Nirma from Windsor. They're still living in. Oh boy, they're having a great time. They're having a great time. Yeah, there's some more women racing. Sharon's in that race. She's the smallest one at the last. She's a little small for that. There's Max Ross back onto us, Truro. We still talk to Max on ham radio. I had to jump over him. Yeah, there's quite a gathering there. There we are back at Heartland Point, just in front of the garage. Mary and Sharon going to clean the car. This is looking out over the Halifax Harbour, looking up towards the Army base, the forts. There's a golf course up there now. And there's myself and the family, getting them all lined up. There's little Margie on the end. She's so cute. Mary and Sharon and Joni and Margie. They're all sweet. Oh, this is down in Truro. We must have been down there to visit Pearl. She was living there now, so we have two families in the picture. Pearl's children, that's my sister Pearl, and our own 4 girls. Quite a group. Yes, the light is not too good in this picture. Yeah, here we are. Where's this at, Mark? I think possibly it's a picnic out at Silver Sands. This is a beach out beyond Cup. Just driving along the highway here. I think, yes, bound for Kent. So that looks like the Salmon River Bridge, just up at Boylston. Yeah, we must be on our way to Kent. So we made many trips over this road, visiting my parents. And here's another visit to the Holy Spring Shrine, the monastery. We got our car blessed in there, and they assured us it was good for 50 for 100 miles an hour after that. We never tried it. We never tried it. Here's my father and mother in there, the children. Oh, looks like we're headed out over the highway here. Nothing very spectacular. This must be on the ferry going to Newfoundland. This looks like we're on the ferry going to Newfoundland. Oh yes, this is when we were transferred to Newfoundland, 1954. We went down on the Furnace with the boat, the Nova Scotian. This is coming in the harbor. There's the battery, Signal Hill, and we were transferred to Torbay, the airport there at St. John's, and we spent almost 10 years there. It's coming into the dock in St. John's. There's the Basilica in the background. Here's a guy tied up at the pier, and lots of people there waiting to meet and greet the relatives and friends coming off the boat. We had a nice trip over from Halifax on the Nova Scotia. We also took our car. We're waiting here to get our car. I presume it's coming off in this lift. We had an unfortunate event happen here. We had the cat that we had in Yarmouth, and the SPCA got him here. It was a holiday. It was Remembrance Day. It's the 11th of November, and before we got to his rescue, they had put him asleep. Here we are at Torbay. Children were very broken-hearted over the cat, but the shipping company later replaced it with a beautiful blue Persian, which we all grew to love very much, especially Margie, little Margie. Here's baby Marion. Here's baby Marion. She's only 3 months old. She was born in Halifax, and she was only 3 months old when we landed there at Torbay. Here she is here with her dolly, her teddy bear, I guess it is. Yeah, that's baby Marion and all her little finery. She's so cute. This must be our first Christmas at Torbay. We lived right near the airport. There's Joni. She apparently got a dolly for Christmas. And this, oh, the girls were confirmed. Joni, Sharon, and Mary, their confirmation at St. John's, Newfoundland. They look very happy. I'm just trying to figure out what year this was. This Margie, she would be about 3, I guess. So it must be about 1954, 55. This is Marion. She's about 2 years old, maybe. No, I guess probably not much more than a year, so it would be around 1950, 55. Oh, there's the blue Persian, Margie's pussy. And she loved it. Died when we were in Expo in 1967. Margie was home alone, and she was heartbroken. She was heartbroken. Here are the girls again drawing there. This is parade down in St. John's, Newfoundland. I don't know really what the occasion was. Looks like nurses. Must have been a graduation of the nursing class. No, this could be a parade in conjunction with the White Fleet, the Portuguese arrival in St. John's, and I think it corresponds with the centennial year at the Basilica. So it looks like it's a big celebration. That's a good many years ago. I don't remember all the details. Oh, here we are. Yes, it's the centennial year at the Basilica. Big celebration. Holy Rosary Parish, Freshwater, Essentia Bay. And I guess this is the Army cadets with their band, and the Girl Guides, Boy Scouts. Everybody's in there. Another band. This is the looks like the Sea Cadets with their band. This is Note to Our Altar, where Mass was held. Lots of people there. Oh, this is a ham fest in St. John's, Newfoundland. Ernie Ash, B-O-N-A. So cute. She's so cute. There's Margie. She's sweet. Margie and Joni. Joni's so cute with her freckles. And Sharon. She's beautiful. And Mary, beautiful, with Marion. Oh, they're so cute. Looks like we're getting the end of focus here. Ah, there we are. This is the parade that we were watching a moment ago. St. John's, Newfoundland. I presume it's the same parade. It's down now by Kitty Vitty Lake. Military band. I don't know what's going on here on the grandstand. It looks like it's I suspect maybe this is during the Queen's visit to Newfoundland. There's the I think this must be out oh, this is at the airport. This is at the airport. There's a big American aircraft there. Yeah, it must be open house at the airport. There's Fred Thompson and his wife and boys. He was one of the technicians on our station with the tam on. That's Fred. There's Mary with the rabbits and Margie. The rabbits, we had a bunch of rabbits. There's Fred over in his step. Yeah. There's Mark there. There's Fred and Fred's boys, three of them in our family, and I think Patsy Ryan in the back of the truck. Oh, this is on our way to Canso, I believe, after we came over from Newfoundland, and we came upon this wreck on the highway. I think they had a load of, boy, that is a wreck. They had a load of watermelons. I believe there was watermelons scattered all over the place. There they are, yes. I don't know whether this trailer upset or whether down there in the bay at Bell Island. That's getting pretty close to the St. John's Airport. There we are. We landed, and there's the terminal building, the old terminal building. Our radio station was upstairs. This is Teresa's wedding at St. Shots. This is back in about 1955, somewhere along there. 1954, 55, 56. It's typical Newfoundlanders. They're with the shotguns to make a lot of noise, celebrate the wedding. Father Maloney, there's Aidan, my brother-in-law, Teresa's husband, Mark's sister Teresa, and there's Mark's sister Mary, And that's the end of the film. This must be 1956. Ah, yes. That's baby Ernie, born September the 15th, 1956. There he is again. He would be a few months old there. This is just outside our dwelling at Torbay Airport. The light is poor.